Welcome back to Severed Sons, everyone!
Bang! Let's go!
We are a Frostmaiden actual play D&D podcast, and we are excited to bring you tales of the Frozen North and the everlasting Rime. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey everyone, it's me. My name is Paul, and I'm playing who my friend Nick, who just started listening to us, calls Donar the Potato Dragon. Green Dragonborn Monk Bard.
Let's homebrew
it. Potato Dragon.
Guys, welcome back. This is Ross playing Fang, the shifter Twilight Cleric.
Hey guys, it's Blake playing Kai the Innocent, the human shinobi.
Son of a bitch, you liar.
And I'm Josh, I'm playing Shiv, the red turtle fighter.
Hey, I'm Zach, playing Farintrax, the Kobold Artificer.
And welcome to Season 2 of Severed Sons!
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Is there anything we need to talk about before we get started? We got a lot of stuff to get to tonight.
Zach, do you want me to open my soda?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Zach told me to wait.
Yeah, so...
I've got... let's say it at the same time.
Paul has a soda.
Zach has... open his... I got one of those Ramune marble carbonated sodas, and Zach wanted me to wait and open it when we were recording. So I'm going to do it and see if it sounds cool. I'm going to move my mic back.
ASMR, here we go.
ASM Donar.
Ooh.
That actually turned out
really
cool.
Interesting sound.
Was
That's
that
the
really?
content we're here for.
Yeah, that was cool.
Let's begin tonight's episode of Severed Sons, episode 21, Gang War. Last time, Donar, you were chasing the flying snake when you were confronted by a group of Duergar led by Nildar Sunblight, who had escaped Trovis's custody by growing to giant size and busting through the jail cell walls. During the daring escape, Nildar had kidnapped Trovis and met his brethren outside of Easthaven, joined by his sinister brother Dirth. Nildar told Donar to bring them the Charlatan masthead from the town hall by midnight, or they would execute the speaker of Caer Konig. Donar, you ran back to town, meeting up with the rest of the party. Discussing your options, you decided to go to Captain Imdra with news of the Duergar's plot. Together, you decided to obtain a fake masthead as a decoy for the deep dwarves, giving the captain's militia and the rest of the party time to move into position. Donar, you pulled the sleigh up to the edge of camp, but no closer, drawing several of the Duergar away from the rest. Nildar revealed Trovis, beaten but otherwise unharmed. The dwarves, their forces spread thin by Donar's brilliant plan, leapt into battle once they discovered your deception. Nildar attempted to execute Trovis as the rest of you rushed to join the fray. Kai, swift on his feet, was the first to arrive, engaging with the Duergar crossbowmen. As you fought the Duergar, Dirth Sunblight shrank to a few inches in size, then unleashed a psychic assault on the shinobi.
That was Dirth? I'd never realized that was
I didn't
Dirth.
put that together either.
Oh, the puzzles are coming together.
Ron.
Imdra leapt from the sleigh, her two swords flashing and cutting down the dwarves. Donar, the Duergar Mind Master, turned his hypnotic gaze to you, making you believe that Trovis was actually Nildar. From the west, Jartha, who had been tracking the escaped Duergar, leapt from hiding to take out another foe. As a group, you slowly whittled away their numbers. Finally, one of Shiv's arrows landed true, killing Nildar and causing Dirth to shrink away into the shadows, leaving you and the captain's warriors victorious. As you returned to Easthaven under the light of the full moon, Shiv, you received a brief vision from the moon goddess Saloon, which was interrupted by your arrival at the Easthaven Town Hall. So Shiv, you have this vision of these stars just kind of floating in front of you, and it's like kind of like you're still aware of everyone around you. The background becomes all stars, and you see like these 8 stars float and 2 outlines of eyes right in the center. And you hear her voice, and you know in your heart that it's Saloon. Mud, I need your help. But then suddenly you hear the sound of fire in the background, and the vision fades away as you're pulling up to the town hall, and you see Captain Imdra jump down and run over to a guard who's sitting there on the steps. And the guard tells you that there are 2 groups. They came in. One of the groups grabbed the cauldron, and the other group grabbed the statue that was in the hall. It's I think there's people still alive. I'm not sure where the speaker is. I think they grabbed him. I don't know what happened. And you look and you see like fire flickering from some of the upstairs windows. What do you all do?
Shiv is immediately going to look for survivors and try to pull some people out.
Yeah, you see people kind of like, it was late at night, so there wasn't that many people here, mostly guards. But there's a few people kind of straggling out. One person basically holding somebody completely up, just blood kind of running down his face.
Fang will approach this guard. He'll kneel down and he'll say, "What did they look like?"
They were just men. They looked like tin towners. They were dressed like warm clothes, hoods over their faces. We couldn't really see their faces, but I think
everyone was dressed like this.
Yes,
both groups.
Both groups. One of the groups was wearing black, and Captain Indra gets down on one knee and says, "Set up a triage over here. We'll go in and try to find those who are hurt and bring them to you."
I'm sorry. I know you're in grave danger of dying. One quick question: did any of them fire anything from a mechanical weapon, perchance?
Like a crossbow? I don't know what you mean.
Any kind of explosive sound that launched a projectile?
We heard an explosion, but I'm not sure if it was. Are you talking smoke powder? I've heard of those Waterdavian pistols before.
Precisely.
No, it did not sound. I did not hear any sounds like that.
Thank you. Feel better. Get well soon.
And Captain Indra gets him over, and she says and draws her two swords, and it's like, "I'm going in. You do not have to follow me, but I would love your help right now, if you'd love to give it."
No, I'm in. We gotta help the people, right?
Fang stands up and takes his shield out. He says, "We are behind you."
So Indra runs to the front steps and then runs through the open door and immediately runs upstairs. And you've been this direction too. She's running toward the room where the masthead is.
And we'll pursue behind her.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Trax is not.
Trax, what are you going to do?
So he's gonna find Kai if he's still near us.
Yeah, Kai and Trax are lagging behind. Do you want to go private?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
First, before you do, make some like stealth rolls if you're going to be quiet about this. It's kind of loud, so make it at advantage.
Okay, good. Because I have disadvantage. 15.
Okay. So everybody else go off headset.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So as we're kind of approaching, Trax is going to turn to Kai and say, "This frightens me. You know why."
I don't know if it was them or not, but they are here.
I knew they would be up here. What do you know about this?
Well, the one thing I didn't say was there was mention of the Juggernauts in the Wizard's spellbook. I haven't had the time to properly decode the spellbook to find out what it says, but it's all over the place in there.
So they're working with the Red Wizards?
I don't know. I haven't had enough time to decode yet.
Kai, you know that the writing in the back of the spellbook is written in the Thayan language.
Please, I'm not asking much from you. Just keep me privy to anything you might hear about them.
Of course.
Alright, and then Trax will go in.
Okay. What do the rest of you do? Kai and Trax have lagged behind a little bit.
Yeah, Donar's following, assuming that they're behind him, so he's not going to check.
Got it.
Same with Shiv.
Yeah, it's because Indra's like on a rampage, and like she gets to the room and there's two dead bodies. The statue is completely gone, but you see little bits of the black stone, shiny black stone on the ground, like little tiny slivers. And you see two bodies that are up here in the north, in between the two doors to the north. And Indra runs to them, kneels down and checks their pulses, and she's shaking her head and she's just angry.
Do you have any insight as to what could have happened here?
We have to find somebody who's alive.
Could I look for some sort of tracks or a blood trail or something like that?
You actually do see a bloody footprint that's going down these stairs to the west.
This way. And I'll start moving that way.
I'll follow him.
As they confidently move on, Fang will do a pretty as he usually does. He'll do a check behind him for most likely tracks in his, his subconscious, and looks back and sees that there is neither tracks nor Kai, and does kind of like one of those like look back, look forward, look back just for a hot second, and under his breath he just says, "Dig your own graves," and he continues on following Donar and Shiv.
Got it. And Imdra follows you all too. You see the stairs go down to a dungeon level, and you see jail cells to the west, and you see double door, like a larger cell door, Shiv, and you hear banging on the door. "Let us out! Who's there? Come, let us out!"
I'll go to the door and try to open it.
Okay, it's locked.
Okay, what kind of a door is it? What's the lock like? Can I try
It's
to
a
smash
regular
it?
lock with like take a key to open it, and there's like a small barred window that you can see through, and there's a slot where they pass food through, and you see the speaker's face. He's like banging. It's like, "Who's there?"
I'd love to try to smash the lock with my flail.
Okay,
Donor will stand back
it's
for
a
that.
door lock. I mean,
Oh,
use a key to.
Yeah.
It's not like a padlock, but you
I
can
see.
try to smash the door.
yeah, that's
Open,
that's
yeah.
the goal.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Flail 19.
19, yeah, you smash. If it's higher than 6 hit points of damage for this, it's not.
Oh, I got a 6.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Okay, you just smash the doorknob off, and it just kind of like exposes part of the locking mechanism. You can put a finger in, and
I'll fling it open and start.
you see
Firing
5 guards inside, and the speaker's like, and all the guards have injuries, and one of them has a sword wound on his shoulder, and he's like holding his, and he's lying on the ground.
What happened to you?
This group, I think they're from Targos, the son of a bitches. They came in and took me captive, and then forced my men to stand down, and they were going to take the cauldron. And Imdra runs to one of the men and starts bandaging the wound. The speaker continues and says, "We were being led down here to the dungeon. Another group broke through one of the windows and broke into the room we had the masthead. I wish you had taken it with you, Imdra, but they've got it. Whoever they were wearing black hoods over their furs, confronted one another and got into a bloody fight. And I ordered the men to back off and not get involved, but it was too chaotic and too dark, and I know people got hurt."
And you're saying they each walked away with their respective prizes?
I think so, yes. I could hear horses to the south of the building, and I heard axe beaks outside when I was taken captive.
Any other identifying features other than black hoods?
I know those were the people who were trying to get the masthead.
These are ordinary men?
I
10-towners?
think they're ordinary men. I think they were 10-towners.
How would they know about it?
And you suspect Targos?
I think I recognized the accent of one of the men who was after the cauldron. It sounded like he's a fisherman who works on the wharf over in Targos. I've met him a few times. I think he runs the warehouse.
That is good information.
Did we ever go there?
No. You do remember that the owner of the coffee shop told you that he did not sell any fishing gear because all of the fishers had their own supplier down at the warehouse there. So he may be talking about the same place. He says Gulpin. His name's Gulpin.
I'm not taking anyone seriously that name Gulpin.
And who would want the masthead? Who knows about its abilities and knows what to do with it?
My men are ordered that no one outside of the town hall would know about it. Its evil nature.
We know that the Duragar want it.
Perhaps they have spies. Do you think they could have paid somebody off?
Fang looks to the group and says, the Black Hoods ring any bells?
I haven't seen any black hoods, I didn't think. Everyone's pretty open.
It wasn't like a hood. It was like almost like they were wearing something to disguise their features like masks of some sort.
Has this ever happened before that you've heard of anywhere in Dale?
Not on a scale like this, no. I mean, we have petty thefts. I'm sure we have a thieves guild somewhere in Easthaven, but they've never attempted anything of this scale before.
Why would the common people want the masthead? The spirit of evil?
Is this material it's made of worth anything? I don't know.
Oh no!
Yes, it is. It is. I'm not sure of all of its properties, but it has some wealth.
Now the freaking Duragar won it, and that's why.
I'm
Some special kind of metal.
I'm currently trying to find out why, but Rose, do you know any reason why that ordinary people might want this?
Perhaps they seek its power.
What is the power?
Oh yeah, no. Back when we were planning this whole thing, like a few hours ago, apparently that whole masthead has demonic energy, and that's why the captain and I were worried about it getting into the hands of the Duragar because they're the baddies, right? So maybe this group is also baddies who could use demonic energy for their good, which is our bad.
Okay, but specifically, Rose, what is the power?
Was the energy more than just this spirit?
I'm not going to be able to answer I'm not going to get this answer.
Trax, what are you saying? Do you need help?
Nothing, it's
What's
fine.
going on?
Keep going.
Are you
Carry it
talking
away.
to the freaking lady? Oh,
Suddenly, Rose's voice comes out of Trax and says, "Will you all shut the fuck up and let me talk?"
dude, honestly, I don't know if I can. I've never tried.
You know, I didn't like you, but you're growing on me.
Speak, white lady.
And both Imdra and the captain look at Trax. What's going on here? I'm still in his body because I want it. I promise I won't drown any more people. How's that? And she says, the power that resides within the stone, it is a metal. All I know that it can be used to create magical constructs, weapons, powers. It accepts the powers of the weave quite readily. It accepts the energies of the weave quite readily. Also, the name Iratu springs to mind.
After all that, Fang turns to the speaker. He says, "How did you come into possession of such an item? And how can we trust that you deserve it, that you use it well? Is this a point of contention among the towns that we are to be concerned about?"
For the masthead? It was found and drug out of the lake. It looks like a demon. Iratu is a name that is known to me because that is a demon who led a great army against 10 towns over a century ago. I kept it here, hidden away from the town so that no one would be tempted by it.
Can I insight check that?
Yes.
That's just an 8.
You hear a tinge of anger in his voice. He's upset about it. He's just like, is upset that it's angry, upset this is possibly that people have died and that people are like fighting over this. And this is the last thing he wanted. Captain Imdra stands up and says, "I'm going to go check on the rest of the town hall. Stay here. I'll send somebody, a cleric down to check on you." She runs out.
Fang will step into the speaker a little closer, and if we pursue this masthead, if we retrieve it, I do not promise you that we will bring it back to you. If it can be destroyed, I would prefer this, because you have already lost it once.
I wish I could have done something sooner to get rid of it.
As do I.
Thank you for that. Do with it what you will. Do not use it for evil purposes. And he looks at each of you, trying to like test your mettle, look into your soul almost. He's looking directly into your eyes and looks at each of you. And he gets to Kai and he kind of like looks, raises an eyebrow, goes down to Shiv and Fang, and he says, "Can I trust you to do the right thing? I do not know what to do. And I know that there's more of this Chardolin metal, whatever it's called, out there in the world, but this is a large piece of it."
I cannot promise you that what we will do will be right or wrong. The longer I live, the more that line blurs. But rest assured that we will take care of it.
Very good. You hear Imdra shouting from upstairs. I've got one of the bastards!
Yeah, we should get help, all right?
100%. I want to see this bastard.
Yeah, dude, same. Donut's just gonna head towards the sound of her voice is all.
From inside my body, in my brain, I'm going to say, "Thank you. May I have my body back, please? The body."
No.
All right. Just don't drown me, please.
Make a wisdom's, is it charisma or wisdom? I can't
I
remember.
think you did charisma last time.
Charisma saving throw.
A 6.
Okay. Suddenly you feel her take over, and she's like, I'm in charge now. And she follows the rest of the group upstairs.
I imagine it's, if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, has anyone seen that? When greed takes over and what's his name? Is it the prince? I can't remember his name. Just like sitting in there.
Names, I'm not good with names, but I do remember greed possessing people.
Will somebody roll a 6-sided die?
I'll do it.
Yeah. No, please do it. You do it.
That's a 3.
Okay. Upstairs, Imdra's got her foot on a man, black mask, actually. It's like he has a fur hood up, but he has like a full face black mask over that covers his entire face. And she reaches down and just yanks it off. And you see there's blood dripping from a head wound. And the guy is very just kind of delirious and like his eyes are rolling a little bit. And she's got her short sword at his neck. What happened here? And he says, what? They weren't supposed to be here. Told it was easy job. And he's like, this blood's coming down. What do all of you do?
Donar is paralyzed with indecision.
Okay.
Fang will approach. Is the guy like? Is he lucid? Like, does he seem to be making sense?
He's a little delirious. He's obviously got his clock rung. You don't know how hurt he is. Make a medicine roll, actually. But he looks like how head wounds, they bleed a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's a 14 plus.
14 plus.
Medicine, it's dirty 20.
Oh, good. With that amount of blood, you think he took a mortal wound, but he's slowly passing on from this world.
Okay, Fang will waste a cure wounds on him. He'll kneel down. He'll touch his shoulder, probably squeeze it a little harder than he means to, and grant him 10 hit points.
Track says, "Oh, you're sexy when you do that."
Please never say that again, ever.
Trax, make a charisma saving throw.
Even worse, a 4.
Fang ignores that. He's in intimidation mode.
Yeah.
He keeps the hand on the guy's shoulder, kind of digging his fingernails in a little bit. And he says,
Thank you.
Do not thank me. You said this was an easy job. Who hired you?
I was hired by Zell Brandt. I think he's one of the guild members in town. He told me it was an easy job.
Kai's gonna start slowly moving around, like, behind the party.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to get an eye shot of this guy.
Okay.
So that this guy will clearly see him.
And Fang will, with a strong grip, he'll say, and what does Brandt want with the masthead?
He said he had a buyer for it. He said he could make us all rich. And Imdra
squeeze a little harder.
actually helps and puts the point of the short sword right into his small, like the soft part of his neck. The next words out of your mouth, you better be truthful, she says.
I will not stop her. Do you know who the buyer was?
I think they were dwarves.
Fang raises an eyebrow and says, are you sure about that?
Yeah, he kept asking, apparently, Zell kept asking a bunch of us if we knew how to speak Dwarven.
Fang will look back at Imdra and give her like a nod that she can pull back.
Okay, and she kind of, like, you see a little cut that she left, like the tiniest of cuts, takes her foot off of his chest and walks away.
Fang will bind his hands and his feet with rope from his pack and drag him up against a wall.
Trax, Rose is like, I'm bored, and releases control.
Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly thrilled either.
Donar is cautiously watching, trying to take the advice to shut the fuck up for a second. Ready to act, but also just tired and just trying to pay attention.
Kai's gonna slowly walk out of the room.
Okay.
Do we notice? Are
you doing it stealthily or just going?
I'm gonna do it stealthily.
Okay.
You're not gonna see me.
All right.
That is, just for podcast's sake, a 26.
Okay.
Jesus.
Can anybody possibly do a 26?
I don't think so.
No way.
Well, let me just... No.
Okay. What are you doing?
Walking straight out and going back to that alley.
Okay.
And if nobody notices him, he's doing it as quickly as possible.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
Fang has him propped up against the wall. He doesn't go far, but he stands right next to him, stops holding him, then crosses his arms, and he says, "It appears your employer did not have your best interests at heart, and he sent you into a massacre."
We didn't know. There was a bunch of guys here after something else, and they thought we were after the same thing, and they attacked us. A bunch of brutes, muscle brutes. Ugh. They killed a lot of us. We were able to get away, though. He looks at you and says, I think I know where the meetup point was, south of town. I can take you there.
Why not just tell us?
Because I would like to live. And Indra kind of comes over and hovers. It's like, if you do not tell us, I will make sure that your days for the rest of your life are the most miserable.
Fang, he'll squat down and lean on his knees, and he'll say, "You're looking at possibly the 5 most capable individuals in 10 towns right now. Tracking someone, knowing that they're south of town, will not be difficult for us. You've already given us what we need."
You hear Indra give a little bit of a, when you said 5 most capable people in 10 towns, she kind of makes a little chuckle that only you can hear.
And he ignores it. "We do not need you to come with us. You've only heard the information. You've not seen this place. It is south of town. We will find it, surely."
And Indra reaches down and pulls him to his feet. Says, I've got a nice dark jail cell for you. Maybe we'll think about feeding you tomorrow. And she forces him down the stairs and back to the dungeon.
Is the mask still there?
Yes.
Fang, I'd like to pick that up and just pocket it.
She walks down, and Speaker has come up at the same time and goes to his office, just kind of angry, and slams the door behind him. But you look around, and Kai is gone.
God damn it, Kai!
Yeah, when did that happen?
Shiv exhales.
I said 5, and we are 4 strong currently.
Where did he...
Did anyone see him leave?
Were we standing close to either of the 2 doors in the room? That, Shiv could kind of figure out which way he must have gone, kind of thing?
You know that the only way to get out is through this door immediately to your west. Because the door to the north is the Speaker's office. And the doors to the doors directly north of you are to those storage areas, especially the one with the broken window. But that door is not open currently.
Look, if Kai wants to be away from us, there's no way that we're going to catch up to him.
Oh, that's a good point, dude. He's so fast.
He's incredibly fast. He's probably long gone. Look, we just need to figure out what we're going to do now. If we run into Kai, we get him caught up. I don't know. I'm not a combat strategist.
And that seems the closest thing we have. Donar, you just led a successful mission.
Yeah, well, dude, I just hit a freaking wall. I'm so tired. I'm like a quarter here.
Yes, I am quite tired myself. I feel that I am not capable of taking anything on right now, but I also fear that we do not have a whole night's worth of rest without them getting too far away.
Yeah, no, you're right.
If the cauldron is headed back to Targos, that is a long way.
There's a chance that Kai got a head start. He's a pretty headstrong dude. He could have just unilaterally made that decision.
Surely he would not go without us.
I don't know. I don't know if the rest of you have noticed. Maybe not the right time, but Kai's been making a lot of decisions recently. I get it. He's always a lone wolf, you know, but I wouldn't put it past him to chase the cauldron on his own for personal gain. That's all I'm saying.
He hasn't made many concerning choices.
Yeah, Shiv knows.
I do, more than you know.
Oh,
Look, I don't care. I don't care what Kai does. I don't care. I don't care what these two gangs do. Let's just make a plan and do it. I'm tired of standing around in this creepy room.
You're right, dude. We gotta go after the cauldron. We gotta help this town.
And with that, we're going to go to Kai. But before we do, could everybody tell me what their current hit points are? I just kind of want to know.
Oh, for fun?
You
For funsies?
Not
You've never asked that. You do not
Literally
just
never.
want to know.
I'm just curious.
once.
Let's go around.
I'm doing a survey.
Survey.
I'm making a scrapbook. What's everybody's hit points?
Donar.
Do you,
putting that on
27.
Twitter.
Do you want just the total
Yeah,
that we
just-
have left?
Yeah. Current, like, after
20
the battle from earlier.
27.
Okay. Tracks.
25.
Kai.
24.
Shiv.
I'm full, 39 of 39.
Nice. Fang.
45.
Nice. Is that full?
Yeesh.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody take your headphones off, and we'll, except for Kai.
Yep.
You slip outside. You see the triage unit. They've got several bunks, like cots set up, and people on them. It looks like there's actually like 3 bodies, blankets covered over their faces, and there's about 7 wounded men, and there's some people tending to them. And you're outside. Which way do they go? They don't see you.
I'm going to take an indirect route
Okay.
because I don't want them tracking me and I want to throw them off as much as possible. So if the guards tell them which way I went,
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be the opposite way.
Okay. So it takes you about, it's not long, it's not far, you move pretty quick. So about 20 minutes, you get to the alleyway.
And I'm going to open the door.
Make a survival check for me as you're going down the alleyway.
Okay. A 16.
16. You notice at the mouth of the alleyway is that there's it looks like a wheeled wagon of some sort has been here recently, and that there were many boxes, like the imprints in the snow, like set off to the side. It's fairly recent.
I'm going to keep going on.
Okay. You go down to the end of the alley, and the door, the storm door that's like slanted on the ground, is wide open.
Figured. Keep pushing in.
You go inside, and that little small hideout is completely cleared out. You see a few scraps of paper. You see on the table a flying snake with a dagger through it. And it's just kind of like it's one of its wings. It's still barely alive. And one of its wings is twitching.
It's not mine, is it?
No.
I'm going to pull the snake off the dagger and just throw it out to the side of the room.
And with that, you see a spurt of blood, and the snake twitches and dies.
And I'll just walk out.
Okay. What do you do from there?
I'm going to start walking back towards the rest of the group
Okay.
at the town hall.
So the rest of you, what are you going to do?
We'll probably start heading out, at least as we're talking about what to do next. We'll
Okay.
go back the direction we came. And as we're walking, Fang will say, I know that we just got the cauldron and it has just done so much good for Easthaven and we have suddenly lost it, but is not the masthead a little more pressing with the demonic powers and everything?
No, I think it is. They might have both of them, though.
Well, one group that we've been dealing with is apparently aimed towards the destruction of 10 towns, so I agree with you on that, Fang. I think the masthead might be a tad more important.
Yeah,
I think perhaps if we can cut them off before something bigger happens, then maybe we can avoid a lot of problems in the future. Easthaven did well enough without the cauldron for how long, and if we can bring it back to them later, then wonderful. But perhaps we should.
We'll put it
we
on the
should
to-do
head
list.
Toward. I'm not sure where, but we will. I believe south of town was those that took the cauldron.
As you're talking, one of Imdra's men, actually one of the men that you fought with at the Battle of the Durgar, runs outside and says, Stop, don't go leave yet. Captain Imdra told me to tell you that one of the guards that survived the battle and was able to see what they were doing, the men in the black masks, they broke with hammers, they broke the wings off the masthead and threw the wings into a cart or something, took them somewhere else, and then they put the rest of the body into a large cart filled with stuff and went south of here. So they've broken it into 3 pieces.
Oh, fuck, dude.
You say the wings were separated from each other, even?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, south it is then, I suppose.
That's our best lead.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start heading south. Would you like to make a tracking roll?
I wouldn't, but someone else would, I'm sure.
Is that survival?
Yes.
When we get out to the front, Fang would like to make a scan for Kai. Any indication of where he might have gone.
Make a perception check. And I'll keep this kind of perception check kind of running for you, or whoever wants to make one.
Natural 20 on that tracking check. Though.
Hey, let's go, bud.
For a 25,
Okay.
if that matters.
Okay.
Sick.
Perception. Why
Toy.
can't I find it? There it is. Oh, fuck. That's a 10.
Okay. I'll just keep that in mind.
Great. My passive perception is 13, if you'd rather use that.
You know what, Ross? Make a persuasion check on that.
I'm
What's
proficient.
Ron's?
The way I do, like, if you're actively looking, like, in the moment, that's the roll. And
Yeah, of
passive
course.
is an all the time. A lot of
Got
people
it.
don't do it that way, but it's like passive is just
Sure.
like something that you're passively noticing.
So with that 10, I assume...
With the 10, you do not see Kai anywhere.
Great. Okay, that's what I thought.
Shiv, with the 20, the natural 20, you go south of the building and you find 2 sets of tracks. One is for like a wagon with wheels, and the second is, it looks like a sleigh of some sort, a larger, and there's like animals. It looks like some elk or something that were pulling it.
I'll point that out immediately.
Okay.
Look, I'm no huntsman. I feel like we should go after the bigger one.
It looks like they follow each other for about a half block, go to an intersection, and the one on wheels, heads to the west, while the large sleigh continues to the south.
I guess if the bigger part of the masthead is on something, it's going to be something bigger.
Yes.
Precisely,
and
yes.
If the target...
They told us cart rather than sleigh. I don't know if that...
That they did, but we know that the wings were separated. So if a cart left from the same place as the sleigh, then they surely must be working together. And if the Targos gentleman went to the south, then perhaps we could gather more intel today than we had first hoped.
Precisely.
Shiv, with that natural 20, you glance over to the west, and you see 2 sets of axe beak prints.
Oh.
And you
speaks that way.
And you see, it looks like something rounded. They were dragging something rounded behind it.
Perhaps dragging that piece that direction.
It looks like, with that natural 20, I'm going to give it to you, it looks like the cauldron went that direction.
Ah, right.
Well, we are at a crossroads, quite literally.
Oh, nice.
We agreed the cauldron could wait, correct?
Yes. I believe south it is.
Yeah.
We'll head that direction.
Okay. You head that direction, and you go about a block or 2, and you see Kai Fang off in the distance a little bit, and he's walking toward you.
Do I see them or do they see me first?
Are you being stealthy coming back?
I'm being stealthy everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, roll a
Hey.
stealth check.
am
He's stealthy at all
Shiv
times.
would be making a like general checks for what we're following, but if I've made a perception check, could he pick up Kai and also?
Maybe. Like, this is the tracking, that's different. The tracking roll is different than the perception roll.
Okay.
Kai
I just rolled another 26.
Jesus Christ.
Never mind.
you do not you do not see Kai approaching. Kai, you see them coming down the road. And they appear to be preoccupied with something on the ground. Like Shiv is like pointing out and pointing off in the distance where something's going.
Before I get to them, I'm going to quickly take out a piece of paper and scribble on it, "You are sloppy. The party knows. You'd better hide well. And don't mention me." And I roll it up.
Okay.
And I resummon my flying snake.
Mm-hmm.
And I send it to Targos.
Okay.
And then I'll walk up to the party.
And Kai steps out of the shadows as you're going down the road.
Ah,
Oh, dude.
welcome back. Did you go get a drink or something? What's going on?
Can we talk on the way?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, we are hot on the trail of what we think is the masthead, or at least a piece of it. It has been split into 3 and has gone 3 different ways. We will see what we encounter.
I have an idea who took the first.
Y'all? Who?
Well, spill the beans, as they say.
Well, I decided to cut around the block and see if I could find any Thieves Guild hangouts. And I found a nest that had tracks built up to it that were apparently hastily and recently vacated. I checked out the place. It was empty. So the Thieves Guild is definitely involved.
I'm going to insight check that.
Kai, make a deception or persuasion.
I will go deception. Well, I'll do persuasion, because that's technically not a lie. Deception is a 22.
All right, I got a 14.
Okay.
As he talks about the guild, he says, "Do you think that Zell was in charge, or is in charge of this Thieves Guild?"
Potentially.
Well, what could they possibly want with this demonic power? We know that the Duragar have their own agenda and what they want to do with 10 towns, but what could a Thieves Guild from Easthaven want with such a burden?
Dude from back at the town hall was talking about money, you know. I could always come back to that. Just trying to sell the thing.
He did say there was a buyer.
Money's not important up here. There is one other group I know of that might have interest in a powerful object. And I just give a little glance back to Trax. I say, Trax and I are familiar with a group from Luskin who's been detected in the Icewind Dale. If it's the same group I remember, they'll probably search for any means necessary to gain power.
And that group is?
They're called the Juggernaut.
They've placed a bounty on my head.
And they are dangerous.
They're extremely dangerous.
And how did you escape this bounty?
Well, that's why they're not too happy with me. I blew up their laboratories.
No way.
Oh, yeah, so it was a fiery explosion of epic proportions. They're very mad at me.
Was that as you or as your other you?
It's getting a little confusing. So I was Trax when that happened.
Ah.
They captured me, they were using me to build firearms, and while my superior was away, I used that opportunity to escape. But yeah, I'm guessing they're not too pleased with me right now. So I'm not exactly thrilled to hear that they're up here, Kai.
Neither am I.
And you say they have interest in this metal that the masthead is made of.
They have interest in any and everything that can give them power and influence.
Okay. Well, seems we have more on our plate than we first anticipated.
Yeah, dude.
I thought that the Sunblight family was going to be near the end of the rope, but this is a twisted tale.
Yeah, no idea.
Perhaps we should follow them now.
Hang on. What else do you know, Kai?
The wizard's book mentioned them, so they're obviously big players at this point. I'm gonna do some more digging, but
Mentioned the Juggernaut or the Sunblights or there's so many bad groups.
there is nothing in the Dale that could be quite as dangerous as the Juggernaut.
Oh, right, okay, Juggernaut, cool.
Yeah, put them at the top of the list right now.
Do they have a leader?
They do.
And
I just looked at Trax.
Trax actually kind of looks a little bit scared, kind of shrinks down.
Kai, don't tell me you're the frickin'... Because if it's you, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, it's not Kai. Kai is not the leader.
Was it so out of line to assume that maybe
Let's have
you're
a
sharing
huge
these
belly
glances, you're going to dark corners? I'm sorry, dude. But we're walking and talking, I assume, while this is happening, and I'm just trying to get all the answers.
laugh. Fang puts his arm around Donar, and he's still laughing. He kind of wipes a tear away, and he says, "That was the purest thing. I'm glad. I think that we would know if Kai was the leader of a gang like this."
I'm not sure I understand what's so funny about that. Ha ha, ha ha.
Kai hasn't cracked a smile this whole time.
Kai hasn't cracked a smile this whole time.
It was
Listen,
Kai
we don't-
Raju all along.
Damn it, Ron.
We don't have to linger on this. I'm just trying to make sure I got all my facts straight. It's so hard for me to learn new things.
Look, if McGregor is in the Dale, it won't be long before you know it.
I doubt he would come up here himself, right? Right?
There was a guild in Bryn Shander that I investigated, because I was curious. I checked their books of, comings and goings, and I saw the name McGregor in it. It wasn't Meathook, but the name McGregor was there all the same.
Any mention of the doctor?
The doctor?
He was the one that was overseeing me.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Are you saying this man's name is Meathook?
Yeah, I was gonna go back to that.
It's not his legal name, no.
Kai has kind of like underneath his jacket, like a sort of black crop top thing, and he pulls up the crop top, and in the middle of his chest, you see this giant scar, and he says,
Ugh.
yes, his name is Meathook.
All right.
And by this time, you've made it out of town, actually. And you can see the sleigh tracks moving into the darkness out of town.
You know, I have some gross scars, too. I don't show them off all the time.
Do you have them on this body?
Oh, yes. All right, fine, I'll show them. And he looks up.
You don't have to. It's cold. We don't want to, you understand. You can, free the body, whatever. But
Nah, it's fine. It's on my back. I was burned quite a bit.
Oh, dude.
I'll turn to Donar and I'll say, this scar is how we met.
Oh, yeah?
This is how I ended up at the monastery.
All right. I never wanted to ask. I was so scared of you.
Warathum brought me back.
Oh, back from, you were, brought you back? Like you were dead before? Oh, shit. Sorry, dude. That sucks.
So now you know.
Well, there's a lot. We've all learned so much tonight. How about that, huh? Donar is visibly shaken and just
You doing all
hands
right?
on his hips. Sure.
Look, I want you all to make me a promise.
What's that?
Don't let them take me back. And Trax just looks at Kai, and he kind of gives him a look.
I'm gonna kill them all.
I prefer that one, yes.
Donar's gonna look to Shiv and Fang and say, "I think it's probably that's something we can work towards accomplishing." Yeah.
Not only will they not ever take you captive again, I will not rest until you are returned back to your own body.
Thank you, Fang.
Your quests, and he looks to everybody, are my quests.
Look, I know I didn't say it, but it's pretty awesome when you're healing people. I have to agree. I agree a little bit.
He laughs a little bit, and well, it is the least I can do for you all.
And as you say that, suddenly a trail of colored light traces across the sky and then spreads out as the aurora fills the sky.
Wow.
I feel like that should be impressively beautiful, but it's ominous, and I'm a little creeped out.
We're too late.
Yeah, no.
Shiv gives the tracks just a little bit of a whack.
What? Ow, why? I'm sorry, I'm allowed to be a little creeped out right now.
You travel into the wilderness south of Easthaven, and you get to where you're crossing these frozen rivers. As you get across, you start climbing the hill. You're following the tracks very, very easily. You travel for about an hour, and the aurora finally, like coming from the middle, it starts to fade back to the night sky and stars. And the aurora was bright enough tonight that it actually like hid the moon, the full moon, for a bit. It's like comes back and you see Saloon and her tears sparkling. You look ahead. I'd like you to make one last tracking survival roll.
Dirty 20.
Damn, nice. It looks like you've reached an area where another sled met the sled that you were following. One sled continued on to the southwest, and the other sled headed east.
Ugh.
Right before, it's like right at the base of this hill that's on the map.
Does one of them look like do the tracks?
It looks like the cart that was heavier was headed to the southwest.
Great. Then that's what I was going to ask. I'll relay that. The heavier cart went that way. The lighter.
As you're like
elsewhere.
doing that, looking through the snow, you see bits of flecks of blood in the snow.
Perhaps there was a skirmish of sorts.
Like a fracas.
Or maybe one of them has been injured the whole time.
Does the blood go a specific direction?
Make an investigation roll.
Probably not. 2.
No. It looks like you're just seeing like drops everywhere. It's too dark to really get a good view of it.
Is it a significant amount, or is it...
You find a big splash that's definitely a significant amount, yes.
Looks like there was a fight after all. Or a betrayal, maybe.
Well,
Just follow the heavier tracks for now.
yes, we will take your lead.
You head off to the southwest. You can see further down valley where the red waters are, and you can kind of see the frozen lake sparkling. And you
Quick question, Ron.
Yes.
Do these tracks match the tracks that were in the alley?
Make an investigation.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
It does not. These are a different sleigh.
I'll keep that in mind.
But it looks like they're traveling toward the shores of the Redwaters. You get to this peninsula where this river comes out of the Redwaters, and you see what looks like a dark form up on the point of the peninsula overlooking the frozen lake. The tracks seem to go past it. It's like something was dumped.
Donut's going to cautiously draw his frying pan and not say anything.
Does the dark form appear to be moving at all?
It does a little bit. But you can't tell if it's the wind. It seems to be like some sort of black cloak over it, but it could be the strong cold wind from the north making the cloak flap in the wind, as opposed to something actually moving and being alive.
Approach with caution. And Fang will take out his mace.
Trax is gonna pull out his I hesitate to say robotic because I guess they're not, his clockwork armor out of his pack and kind of puts it on his arms.
Okay. Ching, 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 ching.
Yep. And his helmet comes down.
Cool. Very cool.
You're approaching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Winging it.
Oh, we're safe. I'm just kidding.
Who is going up to the cloak?
Shiv will go.
Fang will also stay near the front at full health.
So you both approach, and it looks like you can see once you're a little closer you can see what looks to be a form, a face, kind of like in this black cloak flapping against his face. And you see this frost-covered, like, hook of a nose. And it looks like a dead body.
What is it?
Fang will cast light on his mace and reveal to the party.
And as you
what he's
do,
seen.
the form opens its eyes, and suddenly its entire face lights up, and this beam of light shoots out, and it leaps to its feet. Roll initiative.
Nope, here we go. Spooky. Hey. Hey.
Shiv.
16.
Okay. Kai.
14.
Trax.
That's a 24.
Fang.
Natural one.
Oh no. Donar.
He's very afraid.
12 for Donar.
12. Okay.
Oh, man.
Trax.
So I see this thing pop up. All right,
Yeah,
so
it almost does like the Dracula, where it just kind of like leaps to its feet and comes hold upright.
so
And
Trax.
Kai, you know this form, this figure. Or you did before its entire face lights up.
Got it.
So Trax is going to pull 2 cords on on the breastplate,
Mhm.
and out of the pack, the thigh parts of a suit of armor are going to come and wrap around his legs. And when he does that, he's going to stand up, and now he is in a full set of armor.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
He is now
man.
medium size because that is how I am.
Oh,
that is how I am
man.
doing enlarge reduce.
I fucking love that.
So now
That
he
is
is
amazing.
fully plated up.
Okay.
And so that's going to be my action. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to push a button on my breastplate, and there's going to be a little bit of a whir, and all of a sudden you can see a little bit of a flicker of light surround him. That is going to be my defensive field.
Ooh.
So that gives me... I think I get as many temporary hit points as I have levels in Artificer. So 5 temporary hit points. And that'll be where.
Okay. This creature, it like looks at you, Shiv, and you, Fang, and it's light, like kind of like you feel when a light kind of shines over you, you feel a chill come over you. Shiv, I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
21.
21. The light hits your eyes, and you're like, but you manage to close them quick enough that you are not blinded.
Love that.
Fang, to your left, another creature pops out of the snow, light blinding at you. I need you to make the same Constitution saving throw.
13.
13. You are blinded until the start of its next turn.
And Fang shouts with an "Ah!" and covers his eyes with his shield.
The one that you were approached reaches out and tries to, like, its icy fists and tries to, like, slam you, is what the actual name of the attack is. So Shiv, let's see, that is a 24 and a 21.
Yeah, that'll both do it.
The 12 points for the first slam and 8 points for the second slam.
Oh, no. Okay.
And you notice that these creatures, the ice on them isn't fully formed yet. It's not like you can see it kind of like creeping across its clothing and its skin. You take 7 points of cold damage from the first hit, 4 points of cold damage from the second hit.
Okay.
Fang, the other one, reaches out and this icy blue light comes from its hand and tries to hit you, and that is only an 8.
That is a miss.
Yeah, and it hits the ground in front of you, and just like the crumples of snow from like you moving up, where you've displaced the snow, like you just see it hard freeze in front of you.
Do I see that? I'm blinded. Would I
Sorry,
maybe
you
feel that?
do not see it. You felt it, you heard it, like a crack of.
All right, because I want to justify what he does. Fang is, I'll say he's flailing so much with the blindness, maybe that he he like steps out of the way.
And that is all they do. Shiv, your turn.
Shiv is gonna take his Yukawa staff and try to kind of stab it at the light that just attempted to blind him.
It's right in the face. Yeah, it's like this light's coming out of its face, and it's just like,
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
dirty 20 hits.
For 11 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do my second attack to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
For a 22 to hit.
That hits.
For 6 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a bonus action for second wind to get a D10 plus 5.
Excellent. Healing up.
Ooh, that's full. Cool. 15 points.
Excellent. Anything else, Shiv?
No, he's just super focused on this one and the... Yeah.
Okay. Kai.
Kai's just going to quietly reel off a couple of hand signs, and once he finishes the sign, there's a red small bead that appears in front of him, and it fires off in like a straight line, and he's gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Nice. And that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And I'll do the one that's on Fang.
Got it.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's 14 fire damage.
Nice. The fire ray hits it, and it's just like you see it kind of burning through, and some of its clothing burns, and the ice melts a little bit, but when the ray disappears, the ice just kind of reforms over its skin.
Okay, to clarify, there are two of these things, and
Yes.
would you say that I would be within 30 feet of them?
Yeah.
If you were to say,
Yeah,
far
for example. So Donar, with kind of a primal gumption that comes from deep within him, because he's very scared and taking this all very seriously, you would see him take his middle finger on his, I guess his left hand, and stick it into the middle of his palm, drawing a drop of blood. And he would have done this quietly in the previous battle, but this time everyone hears him go, "Low spear!" or "Low spear!" You gotta get the O right. And that is how he casts Bane, as he shuffles forward with his left hand like a chef sauteing,
Okay.
tossing everything
Oh, I
in
love
sauté.
Nice.
love it.
And that's a Bane on the two of them.
Both of them have a...
Low spear!
Okay, and that's a minus D4 on attacks and
And saving throws,
saving throws. Okay.
I believe. Attacks and... saving throws.
Okay. Fang?
So Fang is blinded. Two of these guys are surrounding him, right? One on the left.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the one that is about 20 feet away from you. It wasn't on you, but the other one that's on Shiv is right in front of you.
Yeah. Fang, instinctively, he pleads to Fultus, his deity, for aid in his mind's eye, and he casts Spirit Guardians. The way that it manifests for him is, have you ever seen, I'm sure you've seen the movie Ghost?
oh yeah,
You know the like black spirits that take things down to people down to hell?
yeah.
His Fang Spirit Guardians are like little twilight. They're essentially little black holes that appear all around him and kind of like guard him and kind of flit all around him,
Like coming out of the shadows that are you're casting.
yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're all like very, very black hole-ish and like with that like purplish kind of twilight hue about them. Anyway, the problem is, so that's kind of an instinct for him, so it's a distance of 15 feet for the duration. It says when I cast the spell, I can designate any number of creatures I can see to be unaffected by it.
Right.
That said, I believe I get Shiv in this area.
Correct.
And sorry about that. So,
My bad.
it's an affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
So when we get there, remind me. I'm gonna say, like you were able to exclude Shiv because
Okay.
you knew he was there.
So if I knew he was there, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is it when they start their turn there, or when they enter the area for the first time? So when it happens, does he take damage, or does he have to
No,
take
no.
those
What
saving
happens is it'll because they're already there.
Uh-huh.
So it's like if somebody walks into the field,
throw? Great. Okay.
they immediately take damage.
Spells really quick. I have to say I forgot that when I cast Bane, I need saving throws from them.
Oh.
That's something that I just forgot. So they each have to make charisma saving
Okay.
throws.
I'll need to make charisma saving throws.
That's a -1 to the roll. That is a 6, so make it a 5, and a 13, make it a 12.
Yeah, awesome. Great. Got them both in my Bane. Sorry to
Awesome.
interrupt.
They are baned. Okay.
Double bang.
Your punishment
And,
must be more severe.
And that is it for me.
Okay.
Josh.
Top of the round. Trax Barbfoot.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna run
Let's
up,
go, bud.
and I'm gonna attack the one that's on Shiv. So I'm gonna use my feature that is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
As you approach the field, you see these shadows kind of leap out at you because he wasn't able to include you.
Ah, Fang!
And Fang is just like, still blinded.
Okay. Make a what is it? A
That's
saving
a
throw?
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 4.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're gonna take. Oh no! It's like one of the best rolls ever.
Oh no!
Fang, you're ruining my cool moment.
That is 19 points of radiant damage.
Jeez. Louise.
Yeah, that's
Do you like run in that, or how does Trax move in that?
yeah. It's like
Does he have,
he's kind of
jets?
wearing. So essentially, he's kind of like got power armor on.
So it's like bigger. It's like he's actually like like the people who walk on stilts at Disneyland. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so
Trax, make a concentration
Just did
check for me. Okay.
yeah,
Excellent.
I'm fine.
Okay.
So that hurt. So I'm gonna I'm still gonna keep going, and I'm gonna attack that guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my pack tactics to get advantage.
Pack
Pack tactics, but I didn't need
Okay.
it.
Tactics.
First one, 27.
That hits.
So that is going to be 12 plus. Ooh, nice. So 16 for the first one. And then he's going to hit him again.
Go for it.
Natural 20. There we go.
Damn.
Yes.
There we
Nice.
go. So, boom.
So how are these? These are like punches, or they?
Yeah,
like
they're punches that do thunder damage. So each punch kind of does a concussive blast
Mhm.
every time it connects. I like to think, it's still with a theme of electricity. It's every time, he creates that conduit to kind of create a force. Enlarge Reduce gives me a plus D4 on that roll. Should I just roll one of those?
No, it's roll that too. It's a doubled. Any dice that you roll for damage is doubled.
Nice.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Not great. So that one did 19 points of damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to get back my temporary hit points.
At the beginning of their turn, Fang, you are no longer blinded.
Hell yeah.
However, the one that's on Shiv and Trax.
Oh, sorry. I should say too. Part of those hits. Let me get the feature up. I can't find it, but basically he has disadvantage on attacks on other people while he's fighting me.
Oh wow.
A creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of the next turn.
Okay. Well, he's probably going to attack you anyway, so you did so much damage to him.
Oh shoot.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Also Alandi. Shoot, extra. All right, and then Alandi is gonna come down to me and cast Cure Wounds on me.
And Trax, it's the light that from its face hits you right in your helmet, and like this light kind of starts to burning into the little eye holes. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Fang, you need to make a Constitution saving throw from the other one.
I'm not too worried about it. As a natural 20.
Damn.
And
Unless the save
a
is like
natural 1.
Oh man,
The
we
opposite
have that's
reaction.
twice now. We have rolled opposites.
So
First
Fang,
initiative, first for this.
the lights just sort of fade from your eyes as you start to get your vision back, and suddenly the one that's further away like looks at like it just sweeps its head at you, and the beam hits you right in the face, and the blinding, painful stars of light come back, and you're blinded once again.
It just kind of anger comes out of him, rage.
The one creature starts to hit you, like punch your armor. And that is
Is that me?
yes, on tracks. Natural 1, so that misses. And the second attack is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Plus 5 points of cold damage.
Okay. Get my sword on. Yeah, I'm okay.
Forgive me, at the start of their turn, they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Thank you. The one on Trax and Shiv got a 8 plus 0, 8. And the one that's a little distance away gets less than that, so both fail.
They're gonna take a worse roll than Trax took. 7, 8, 9, 10 less, 9 points of radiant damage
Damn.
on the baddies.
Okay, they still took it though.
Their speed is halved still.
Got it, okay.
I guess so is Trax's.
Yeah. Okay. The one that's further away is going to attack you with its cold ray twice.
Me?
Yes, Fang, sorry. That is a 7, and the second one is a 17.
Both miss.
Okay. Shiv.
I'm going to keep attacking the first one I attacked, the one that hit me with the light, and the one that's with me in tracks, with the Yugawa again.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit
That hits.
for 11 damage. And I'm going to do extra attack to do it again. That's just an 11 to hit.
Misses, unfortunately.
Cool.
And
And
like your Yukawa hits its body, and you just feel it like frozen all the way through.
Then I would like to take Action Surge,
Mm-hmm.
so I can. Do I get 2 attacks again?
You do, yes.
Great. Then I'm gonna get the Yukawa back out of the ice and take 2 more attacks at it.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. For 12 damage,
Okay.
and then 19 to hit. Sorry,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
19 to hit
That
for
hits.
9 more damage.
Okay. With that second blow, you hit the Yukawa, like you bite into it, and one of its arms kind of just falls off, and then suddenly you see the light fade, and this is the guy with the hook nose, and he just kind of falls back, his arms outstretched, and just falls to the ground, frozen in position, and is dead and not moving.
Knowing that Fang is blind, Shiv will just yell, "It's just one left, Fang."
And Kai, your turn.
Almost methodically, he'll just reel through hand symbols again and shoot another firebolt at that one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is 18 to hit.
Okay.
7 points of fire damage.
Okay. You notice that it looks like it's made of ice, but the fire doesn't seem to be doing anything extra to it. Okay. Anything else, Kai?
That's it. And he'll slowly start, approaching the rest of the group because he's been kind of hanging back.
Donar?
Donar is going to run up to the one remaining and try to whack it with the old frying pan. That's going to be a 24 to hit,
Okay.
and that is going to do 6 bludgeoning damage. And as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
the classic, he's going to spend his... let's make sure I have one more. He's going to spend his last key point to take patient defense and take the dodge action as a bonus. Stay right in its face.
Okay. Fang.
Fang, still blinded.
Oh, Donar, did you enter
I-
the Spirit Guardians? You did, didn't
I
you?
would have.
Yeah.
Guess he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Yes,
All right. That's a 10.
that's a fail. So sorry.
Oh, your spirit
okay.
guardians are so strong. They're so good.
Rolling much better for you guys than I am for the baddies. That's 16 points
Woof. All right.
of radiant.
Radiant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so radiant. I'm hurt.
Okay.
It's very strong, isn't it, Donar?
Yeah, dude, sucks.
Ah, it's very good.
Okay, so Fang is still blinded, and he can't see what the fuck is going on, so he's going to, again, Yeah, he's gonna take his mace and he's gonna hold it up high into the air, and he just yells out, "The power of Foltus compels you!" And he says it again, "The power of Foltus compels you!" And that's him casting Channel Divinity Turn Undead.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. We haven't seen this in a while.
Not yet
Okay.
for me. I haven't used my Channel Divinity this way. So as an action, you present your holy symbol. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
It rolled a 11.
That is a fail.
Okay. So it is frightened of you.
It must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also can't take reactions.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Well, this is going to help you out a lot. Okay. Anything else, Fang?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, Trax.
So, I'm safe from the spirit guardians, right? Because I think
Well-
Fang knows I'm there now. Since I'm in blindness part 2.
Right, you're in blindness part 2. Yes.
All right, so
And Donar is actually got blinded during blindness part 2, so that makes
Right,
sense. Yes. Okay.
all right, so I'm gonna turn to Fang and say, should I attack him?"
I am not in any state to be giving directions. I
I'm
don't
gonna
even know
attack
what
him.
we're fighting right now.
So I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
So it hasn't been his turn, right? So he's still within 5 feet.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, I am gonna attack him then.
Yeah.
So 18 for the first one.
That hits.
So dirty 20.
Okay.
So this will be 7 points plus. So 10 for the first one.
Okay.
All right, and then a 23.
That hits.
That's going to be.
You hear like ice crunching underneath your armored fists.
So that is going to be 14 points of force damage. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to get my temp hit points back. Last time. And then, Alandi's going to come in and try and do her best.
Yeah.
That's all we can ask.
It's not great. That's about right. I like to. Okay, so I like to flavor when Alandi does not hit. It's less of like missing, but more of like Alandi's like looking at some snow, or like talking to Donar,
Oh yeah. What's up?
and just like misses the turn. I'm like, bam, bam. All right, Alandi, finish. God damn it.
Oh, so we were talking about bird seed.
So that'll be my turn then.
You don't have the appropriate gym badge for her level.
Alandi is my
Exactly.
Charizard.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it's the beginning of
That's perfect.
the Cold Light Walkers is what these are called. It's the beginning of the creature's turn, and it must flee away from Fang. But also immediately takes damage,
It
right?
took damage, so
Yeah.
I wonder. So I think that goes away, right? Did I say that?
Yes, it'll take damage at the beginning of the turn, and the frightened condition will go away. So it needs to make a saving throw, correct?
Hold on.
Because of the
Each time-
Spirit Guardians. It's starting its turn here.
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So is it just
Okay.
no longer turned?
Well, it's no longer turned, but it's taking damage from the Spirit Guardians, correct?
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so busy reading. I'm not listening to you saying the words.
It's okay.
Yes. He would make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is a 9.
Nope, he gonna fail it. And he gonna take... There's a good roll. 18 points
Okay.
of radiant damage.
Fang, the final blow is yours. Do what you
Let's
will.
go.
Okay, so the Spirit Guardians are going to, in the same way they do with in Ghost, they kind of like surround him and go up his legs, and the galaxy, the light galaxy, kind of like engulfs his waist and then his shoulders, and finally, like very slowly, the last thing it engulfs is his mouth, and then it all just like shoots inside of him really quickly, and he disappears, and they all disappear together. It's like a black hole.
Okay.
Well, that was terrifying.
And as he goes down, am I unblinded?
You are unblinded, yes.
And so as Trax says that, Fang kind of blinks back in. He says, "What happened? That was the first time that I have ever tapped into that kind of power. I missed it."
Well, you little creepy minions ate him.
You don't say. Huh. That's not what I had planned, but it got the job done. I'm not feeling very well, and he kind of gets down to one knee.
This one is still here.
Catches his breath.
Kind of investigate the creature that's frozen, right? Did it get covered with ice? Is that kind
It's
of
just
what happened?
it seemed to be covered in ice, and when you made that final blow against that one, it fell down in the position it was currently in, and it's almost like an ice statue on the ground in front of you. You've seen this before, actually, with a certain soothsayer at Caer Dineval. When she died, she turned to ice.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Fang's recouping. Just kind of catching his breath.
Trax's
God, dude.
armor is going to kind of fold back up, and he's going to go examine the, he's going to go examine the one that's left.
Okay.
Fang, just not really speaking to anyone specifically, just, do we have time for a rest?
By the looks of it, I think we need one. It's not a question of if we have time.
We were never going to catch this cart anyway.
It seems like perhaps were they accosted by these creatures, by the pool of blood? It doesn't seem like these creatures
Kai,
have fresh blood, right?
you recognize the frozen creature in front of you.
Kai doesn't say a word.
If we can find a place with perhaps some cover, I can provide us with housing.
Yeah, let's do that, dude.
Doesn't seem like there's much out here. Do you have any more of those hats from the Chewinga?
Fang scans for maybe some trees.
Where you are currently, there are none.
No.
You know that, Shiv, you know that there's a forest to the west of Goodmead, but you're probably, actually, let's pull the ruler up.
If there's nothing in sight, Fang isn't gonna even bring it up. He'll say,
This is where the fight currently happened, right here. Whoops. Boom.
it's on that, peninsula, right?
Peninsula, yeah. 4 miles to Goodmead, 7 miles to Dugan's Hole.
Yeah, Fang will look around, look for some trees, and he'll say, you're right. Here is as good a place as any, and at least no one can sneak up on us from that direction. And he points the direction of the water, whatever the peninsula is on. And Fang, he does still wear the Chewinga bracelet with the little house on it, but instead Fang is on his knees and he just puts both hands onto the ground, whispers a little something or other, and in 1 minute casts Leoman's tiny hut, his last spell slot. A white igloo appears of sorts. Assuming, of course, that everyone's around me. I'm not sure how this works. If they can come in and out of it, when everybody's ready, I guess
Yeah, it's basically like
enter.
the Spirit Guardians. You are assigning permissions.
Cool. Then permissions assigned. And Fang will just kind of collapse in it. He didn't ask permission. He just cast it and then collapsed.
Will somebody roll a d8 for me?
That's a 5.
5. In the middle of the night, do you take watches? You're safe inside of the hut, but do you take watches?
Yeah.
How long are we taking? We doing a full?
The spell will last 8 hours.
May as well, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
we won't be any good unless we do it.
If nobody wakes Fang up, he sleeps the whole 8 hours.
We'll let him.
Shiv would take a watch.
Okay.
Trax is going right to bed.
Kai would watch third.
Third,
So Donar will take the second one then.
Kai, on your third watch, you hear off in the distance like like something galloping, but it's something big and something heavy. But you can't. Did you set it up, Fang, so that you could look out of it, or?
Oh, yeah, always.
Always, okay.
It's
And-
white from the outside, blends in with the snow, but we can see out of it.
South of you, across the frozen river, you can see these large woolly mammoths, and there are 8 of them, and they're just kind of chasing each other across the tundra, and you just see bits of snow and chunks of ice being thrown up by their giant feet. And Kai, make a perception check for me.
An 11.
11, that's enough. One of them looks like it has something on its back. And you look and it kind of looks like a giant-sized saddle.
Very weird.
It doesn't have a rider. There's nothing in the saddle. The mammoth is just sort of like with the herd, and eventually it moves on south of you. The rest of the watch goes without event, and it's getting close to the 8 hours, and everybody's got your spell slots back, and you're healed up.
Sweet.
Ugh.
You feel a little bit better.
Fang wakes up with a big with his tongue out, and he stretches.
You wake up, the Lehman's tiny hut goes poof. It didn't snow last night. You can still see the groove of the sleigh's runners making impressions in the snow, and it appears to be heading along the shores of Redwater. Do you wish to keep following? What would you like to do?
I think so.
We've gone this far.
Yeah, we
Let's
got
just
it,
pursue.
dudes.
Okay. Shiv, I'd like you to make a tracking roll as the wind is starting to obscure the impression of the remnants of the ruts of the runners of the sleigh.
So I got a natural 1, which gives us a
Hey.
6.
Do you have
Okay.
inspiration logged away?
I sure don't.
Okay. Natural ones aren't necessarily failures, and it hasn't snowed, so you can still see the where it's going. It appears you follow it for another couple of hours, and then it gets down to the south end of Redwaters, and right there, it looks like the sleigh turned to the south, but you also see a set of 4 dwarven-sized footprints heading off to the northwest toward Dugan's Hole. And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Oh, wow.
Finally, we heard about Dugan's Hole like episode 3. We were laughing
We're
at
so
that
excited.
years
We're ready
ago.
for it.
We really
We've
are.
prepped. No laugh shall be made.
We got through it
Yeah,
tonight.
no.
Got through
Well,
it
you know what?
tonight.
Sure.
Nobody
We've
laughed.
grown up. We've matured over these last 4 months as we approach Dugan's Hole. Damn it, Paul.
It was always gonna happen.
We
What
should have
a
slide our way into Dugan's Hole.
fucking episode.
Please subscribe and leave us a review on Podchaser or Apple Podcasts or on Twitter, and we'll read it on the air. And share us with all your friends. Follow us on Twitter at Severed Sons DND. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, D&D Beyond, Roll20, and thank you to Syrinscape, Andrei Sitkoff, and to Monument Studios for the amazing sound effects and music. Stay frosty.
Ice.
Good.
Watch out for meat hooks.